everyone, it's Vanessa from McKee Music Therapy Services, and it is day three of our intro to the violin class. Again, my name is Vanessa and I am from McKee Music Therapy Services. Hopefully you have watched all of day 1 and day 2 and you got a notification saying that day 3 was ready to go. That tells me that you have liked and subscribed and turned on your notifications for our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. If you haven't done those things, we would greatly appreciate if you did, if you liked and subscribed to all of our social media. We are out there on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, and we're everywhere. So come join us, and that way you can get all of the great information and great videos we are putting out. You might notice that I have my bow with me today because it is bow day. Can you believe that? We are finally ready to play with our bow. It is such an exciting day. First things first, we're gonna put both parts, our bow and our violin, down. Make sure they are both in a safe place, that it's not gonna fall, it's not gonna get stepped on. Your case is probably the best place for that. Make sure everything is put down. Shake your hands out, wiggle your fingers. It's important, just go ahead and follow along. I'm gonna keep talking and you go ahead and follow along. It is important that we wake up our body and that we stretch a little bit before we play the violin. And you're thinking, why is that? Well, good question. The violin is a very physically athletic task. You're thinking, what? Not necessarily. You're not going to be huffing and puffing, right? But you are using muscles that are not necessarily used in everyday life. So it is important that you wake up your body a little bit, that you use those muscles, all right? And you wake them up and you stretch them out, especially these ones up here. It's very easy to get some tight muscles, and if your muscles are tight and they're not working right, you're gonna get sore, and nobody wants that. All right, all warmed up, right? Your posture is good. You're sitting up nice and tall. Excellent. We are gonna do a quick review and then we're gonna get to the bow. Go ahead and pick up your violin. Leave the bow nice and safe. Just pick up the violin, put it up on your shoulder. Good. Let's get our thumb and our finger ready for a quick pizzicato review. We're gonna do all 4 strings, and then we're gonna do our hot cross bun song. Did you practice it last night? I sure hope so. All right, first the 4 strings. Let's do 4 plucks in a nice steady beat on all 4 strings. All right, do it with me. Here we go. And G, 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 D, 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 A, 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 E, 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 E. Good, let's do that one more time. Make sure your thumb is nice and anchored. All right, here we go. If you have mastered being able to let go comfortably, go ahead and put that arm down. All right, now I'm actually going to kind of put my arm up and down. I'm gonna move it around a little bit. It's kind of hard to talk and have my hand down at the same time. All right, but go ahead and start. You can kind of wave it around if you want. All right, G, 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 D, 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 A, 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 E, 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 E. Excellent. All right, let's try our hot cross buns song. We are going to do it on the D string. Now, if you remember, hot cross buns starts with our 2nd finger. It is stretched out away from our 1st finger because they are not friends today. Not when we play hot cross buns. 2nd and 1st finger are not friends. All right. Let's go ahead and stretch it out. Remember, if you have tape, it's the 2nd tape there. Probably there. That is, find your 2nd piece of tape there. All right, here we go. So 2, 1, open, All right, now a good way, let's go ahead and walk up the scale. Open. Okay, listen. Good. If you don't have tape, and actually even if you do, I'm gonna take a quick minute to talk about this. The violin is all about listening because there's no frets. There's nowhere to know where to put your fingers unless you're listening. Because eventually, even if you have tape, you gotta take the tape off. Advanced players don't play with tape. So get used to listening really carefully. Like, does that sound good? Does it sound off? Does it sound funny? All right, and then playing with your fingers, sliding it up and down along the string until it doesn't sound funny anymore, till it sounds good. All right, make sure your listening sounds in tune. All right, so start there with your second finger. All right, here we go. 2, 1, 3, open. 2, 1, open. Open, 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 open. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, open. Good, excellent. Let's go ahead and try it on the A string. There we go. So same thing. You can kind of quietly pluck. Another thing you can do is kind of hammer on. All right, and that will, you can kind of hear it. Like, does that sound good? All right, kind of know if you're in the right spot. Here we go. 2, 1, open. 2, 1, open. Open, 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 open. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, open. Excellent. All right, we got our fingers warmed up a little bit. Quick review on plucking. All right, and on the pizzicato, I've got to use the proper terms for that. Quick review on the pizzicato, quick review of our hot cross buns. Go ahead now, put your violin down and pick up your bow. We are going to talk about the parts of the bow and how to hold the bow, and then how to play with the bow. It's a very exciting day today. Quick thing, I guess, before we talk about the parts of the bow, you might have something that looks like this. It might look a little different. You might have some rosin in your case. You're like, what do I do with this? Well, this rosin is essentially it's some tree sap, okay? And it helps the hair, that's your first part of your bow that you're gonna learn the name for, the hair right here, it helps it to grip the string. So you're gonna take your rosin, not every time you play. If your bow is brand new, you do need to rosin your bow. You don't wanna rosin it so much that there's like smoke coming out. That's too much rosin, all right? But a quick up and down, maybe twice, that should be more than enough. And then go ahead and put it away. You don't wanna touch the rosin with your fingers, and you don't wanna touch the hair of your bow with your fingers either. The dirt and oils, even if you have clean hands, the oils from your fingers will get onto the hair, and then it makes it not play well. Also, if your hair is rosined, then your fingers will be sticky, and nobody wants sticky fingers either. All right, we have the wood, the back of the bow right here. All right, it might be wood, it might be fiberglass, it might be even like carbon fiber. They make bows out of some different things nowadays. This one is wood because it's a very old bow. All right, this right here is the tip of the bow. Pretty easy, right? It's a tip, it's a little point. Okay, all the way down. And this part right here is the frog. Don't ask me why, it just is. It's the frog of the bow. Okay, you should have a little like finger pad here and some metal usually up here. This part right here, this little part, you might already noticed that it turns. This tightens and loosens the hair of my bow. I'm gonna get a little closer so you can see right now that the hair is very loose. Okay, there's a very small gap, the hair is loose. This bow will not play well. okay? But this, with the hair nice and loose, is how you want to make sure your bow is stored. Always, always loosen your bow before you put it away. But we're gonna play. So we're gonna take our bow, we're gonna tighten it, tighten the screw there, until there is a little space. Now, I was always taught about the amount of space is kind of, you want to be able to put like a pencil through there, but not much more than that. The bow should still have some curve. It should certainly not be curved this way, and it shouldn't be flat. There should be some curve in your bow, and it should be tight. It should be a little bouncy, okay? It should be a little bouncy. So now we get to kind of the tricky part. How do I hold this thing? All right. Do you see this little space right here? Right here. There's the frog, and then there's a little piece of wood, and then there's the finger pad, okay? You're gonna take your thumb and you're gonna put it right there, okay? Now, it's really hard to show you this. You're gonna take that thumb, and I'm gonna put it right, there we go. Now, it's right there, and I want you to bend your thumb. Your thumb needs to be touching that hair right there, right? So I'm gonna put this down so you can see. My thumb goes in there, and then the hair is touching right here. It is incredibly important that your thumb right here is bent. Do not play like that. You will hurt yourself. Trust me, I am talking from experience on this one. And I was told a whole bunch of times, make sure you bend your thumb. And I didn't. And then I got hurt. Okay, so please, bend your thumb. Take it from me, don't get hurt. All right, bend your thumb. Okay, so we got that, and your thumb is bent. Now, take the rest of your fingers and just kind of drape them around. All right, drape them around. These two fingers should be down here towards the end of the bow. All right, this finger should be kind of curled around. And your pinky over here should also, kind of hangs out on top, and it needs to have some curve in it too. We don't want to see this. Okay, we don't want to see this. This, you're gonna hurt yourself. It's gonna lead towards injuries. Relaxed on top. Okay, so your bow, your hand should be relaxed. It shouldn't be. You're not gripping so tight that that it's tense. You're relaxed. Okay. One thing you can do is, once you get your fingers in here and they're nice and relaxed, is you want to kind of open and close your fingers. Bring it out and up. Out and up. Maybe we can see it better if I do it this way. Out and up. Kind of play with your bow. You want to feel secure in your hand, but you need to be relaxed. Okay? Should be kind of limp. There we go. All right. Did that make sense? Go ahead. Keep your bow in your hand. Pick up your violin. Remember, this shoulder stays down, but guess what? This one does too. Okay? Put your violin up. Now I want you to we've been kind of holding our bow this way. I want you to take your hand. My shoulder is still staying down. I want you to put your bow on the D string. It's my favorite string. I like it. On the D string. Put your bow on the D string. And you're gonna say, where do I put it on the D string? The D string's really long. You're gonna put your bow between the fingerboard and the bridge. And you will play a little bit on how it sounds, okay? But you want to stay in this area, kind of right in the middle. Right in the middle between the fingerboard and the bridge. Let's put it on the D string. Put it on up close to the frog. All right. You will notice that my wrist is bent and it's heading towards my nose. All right, I want yours to be that way too. My arm is relaxed. There you go. Now, all you're gonna do is move the bow across the string. Did your bow go like this? You straightened your elbow and it went like that, right? You want to keep it going straight. And there is an easy way to do that, and it has to do with your wrist. I want you to watch. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see. I want you to watch my wrist right there. Watch my wrist as I play. Okay, it's bent and it's pointed towards my nose when I'm out here. And then let me back up even more so that you can see my whole wrist. Do you see how my wrist is bending? So when you are coming closer to the frog, your wrist is going to be bent this way. And then when you're getting closer down to the tip of the bow, your wrist is going to be bent the other way. I want you to imagine that you have a piece of string coming from here and coming from here. And it pulls this way. And then when you're going down, it pulls this way. So let's try it again. On the D string, nice and straight. You want your wrist to manage that straightness, not your pointer finger. Your pointer finger needs to stay nice and relaxed. That is not what is pulling or pushing your bow, okay? Good. I want you now to just practice that. Up and down. We're going to do it on all the strings. Keep this shoulder nice and relaxed. All right. Focus on keeping your bow on the string in kind of the same spot, not all wild. All right. Focusing on bending, on leading with your wrist. So let's do on the G string. We're going to go all the way from the frog all the way to the point. Nice and not heavy pressure. The weight of your bow should just be the weight of your arm. You're not pressing into the string, but you're also not holding it up. So you're gonna rest it on there. So go ahead and rest it on there. All right, we're gonna use the open G string this time. Rest it on there, relax your everything. All right, and go all the way down to the tip of your bow. And back up. Good. And down. And back up. Beautiful. Let's do it on our D string. 4 long bows. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Last time. Down and up. You might have noticed something. When you are up here, your bow, you're going to be playing on like this edge of the hair, okay? And as you go down, as you turn your wrist, your bow's going to go more flat. And then it's going to come back up and more flat. Okay? That's good. If your bow is doing that, that's awesome. Here we go. On the A string this time. So, place it on there. Okay, just the weight of your arm, nothing more than that. Just the weight of your arm. Remember your thumb is bent. It is not straight. Your thumb is bent. Your pinky is relaxed. Everything is relaxed and just there. All right, here we go. All the way down and back up. And down. Good. And back up. Excellent. Let's try it on the E string now. Straight down. Up. Good. So you have now gone down and up on all of your strings. So that's an awesome thing right there. We're going to do a little bit more going back and forth between our strings and just practicing how that works. The key for today is for you to really just feel that bow and feel how it works. And playing long notes is going to be the key to figuring out and getting lots of experience that way. Don't worry about playing short yet. That will come later. Long sounds so far. We are now, I want you to play all of your open strings. We're going to play G, then up on D, down on A, and up on E. Got it? Here we go. We'll do it together. All the way down at your frog on your G string. Good. G, good. There we go. Down. And then up on your D string. And down on your A string. And up on the E string. And now we're going to go backwards. E. A. D, G. Excellent. I want you to put everything down and I want you to shake out your body just a little bit. How do your fingers feel? Do they feel a little weird? Probably do. Okay, shake them out. Go ahead and put your hands together like this. Stretch them just a little bit. Open them, close them. Make them nice, like a ball there, kind of press them together, straight. You're just kind of wiggling those fingers around. All right, pick your everything back up. Let's do it again. These are new muscles that your body is using. So be kind to your body. Make sure that you are giving it a break and that it will be okay. Remember, your thumb is bent. All right, your thumb is nice and bent. Your fingers are relaxed. Let's do D, D, A, A. D, D, A, A. Just like that, just easy. About 4 beats on each note, okay? D, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4. Good! And now let's do the same thing, but with the G and the D string. G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4. Last time. 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. And we need to do our last 2 strings. We're going to do A, E, A, E. Here we go. Same thing, keep that shoulder relaxed. Having good posture when you're playing, especially in the beginning, is the most important thing. It will help you be successful, I promise. Here we go. A, E, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. All right. Got everything ready? How is your hand doing? Go ahead and shake it out if you need to. We're gonna play together one more time. All of our open strings, down, up, on all of our open strings for our last thing to do together today. So starting on G, we're gonna go G, D, A, E, and then back E, A, D, G. Just open strings. G, G, and D, D, A. Good. E. Good. Repeat that E string again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful playing. I want you to practice those open strings before tomorrow. Really feel how the bow feels in your hand and that you can focus on playing with the bow so that tomorrow we will be ready for you to focus on putting those fingers down. Okay? We are going to play tomorrow hot cross buns with the bow all together. It's gonna be awesome. Make sure you are subscribed and you're liking our pages and that you are ready for tomorrow by doing all of those things so that you get our video. Again, my name is Vanessa and I am from McKee Music Therapy Services, and we are so happy to be able to be bringing you this great content, and we want to make sure that you can see it too. Have a great day.